it. It's recording.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay, so welcome to our favorite class here, solving more exponential equations. We are going to blast through a whole bunch of equations today, and I know that everyone's going to be so excited.
Hooray!
So here is our first equation. We have already solved some of these from last time, so I'm just going to jump right into these without any particular introduction. So we have e to the x equals e to the x squared minus 2. This one's a little different than the other ones. Sarah already has an idea.
This way you have to use ln.
We will actually not have to use, well actually we do have to use ln here, or not. Either way is okay.
Same basis,
Well,
simply
same
add.
The bases are already the same, therefore we can just set this side equal to this side. So bases are already the same, so we can just do x squared minus 2 equals x. I'm hoping it's going to be even better than that.
Oh, it's factored.
So, solving this, all we need to do is subtract x from both sides. This is going to be a little less interactive than it usually is, because it takes less time that way. So subtracting x from both sides, we get x squared minus x minus 2. This is clearly factorable for the French-speaking in the audience. X minus 2 and x plus 1. Our solutions are 2 and negative 1. And that's all there is to that for the first one. Everyone's cool? If the bases are already the same, just set the exponents equal. All right. Number 2, or our second example anyway. 4 times 3 to the x equals 20.
All right, my thoughts.
All right. So we'd like to first isolate the exponential term.
So divide by 4.
We divide by 4. So divide by 4. So we get 3 to the x equals 5.
Log the equation.
Okay. Now, because the bases are not the same, we have to log both sides. We can use either common log or natural log. It doesn't really matter. I like natural log, so I'm going to use that.
I like the other one.
Good. You can use that. You'll get the same answer.
Uh-huh. Okay.
All right. So, we remember from last time that when we use the logs, we can put this exponent down in front. So we have x ln 3 equals ln 5. Now here I do need a little interaction. What is the natural log of 3?
Some decimal.
I know, it should be about 0.75-ish. 1.098.
The natural
Oh,
log
yeah.
is
Yeah.
1.09.
That's what I meant. So x times 1.09 equals, natural log of 5 is? I don't think so. Natural log of 5.
1.609.
1.609. So getting x by itself is easy. Just divide both sides by 1.099. This cannot get any funner.
This is hardcore.
1.464.
1.464.
And then you could check to see if it works by plugging it in.
Correct. We could check, as Justin just suggested, we could check 1.464 by doing 3 to the 1.464 and see if we get 5, and we should.
Well, it's always a decimal. It's close.
Yes.
Never exactly 5.
Questions? Anyone? All right. Eric, how you doing?
Do drugs.
Wait, slow down for 1 sec.
No, that equals 4.99. Oh, he said your name again.
All right. Sorry. So, Eric, you are now famous. 2 e to the x equals 10.
Let's
Nope.
have Derek do this one.
All right. So, we need to first isolate the exponential term.
Divide by 2.
Divide by 2. So, e to the x equals 5.
Now
This one you
simply
have to use
Okay. Here, we should definitely use ln because we have
an e function.
e to the. And we know that ln and e to the cancel each other off. So then, this just gives us x. Natural log of 5, we've already looked up. 1.609. And it is that simple.
Why?
Because
you have
we have
e.
e.
Oh.
E to the.
You can't do logarithmic when e's involved.
Questions on this one?
Yes, you can. You just have to take a walk of these.
Okay, we are blasting right through. I'm going to stay on this board so that Our lovely filmer,
What's this video for?
Taylor, is
So they
not
can
having to
learn
move.
next class.
Yeah, this is for tomorrow's class, when I'm not here.
Floor class is better. So I had to go on cable.
Taylor, how's the picture quality?
It's awesome.
Nice.
You're kind of cracking the screen.
Fortunately, a very small screen, very small cracks. E to the x minus 9 equals 19. Please take a moment, actually no, that's going to be boring for the watchers. So we add 9 to both sides because we want to,
Separate the term.
or
Make it
isolate the
either.
exponential term.
What?
Well, I can't add. I said 27.
That's all right. And then we natural log both sides and we get x equals, what's the natural log of 28? 3.33. You are the man.
Bingo.
Everyone's good?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
If you have us do it by ourselves, they can do the same thing.
Yeah.
I agree. I would also
Okay, dictator,
suggest
come
that
on.
the person who is showing the video could perhaps pause from time to time, if that was necessary.
I did not know that. Now I do.
Oh, but you should not pause.
Oh, so we're not pausing?
You're not pausing.
He's
Okay.
talking to the substitute.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You didn't pause, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good. Because if you pause, that really means that I have to add up or upload another video.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay. So, what she meant to say was, that isn't good.
That is not good.
That's horrible.
Okay, so here we clearly again don't have the same bases.
You have to use logarithmic.
We have to do logs. We can use either common log or natural log. I'm a big fan of the natural log.
I hate you.
Thank you.
Why?
So we have ln of 5 to the negative t over 2 equals ln of 0.20. So I'm going to rely on my friends here again. So we're going to drop this exponent down in front. So we get negative t over 2 times the natural log of 5, which is erased
0.609.
0.609. No, it's 1 point something.
Yeah, 1.609.
Oh, 1.609. Good, there we go. Equals natural log of 0.2.
Negative 1.609.
Really?
It's a decimal, so
Negative
it's a fraction.
1.609. That's awesome. So we're going to divide both sides by
No.
You're gonna get
Mul-
1.609. And divide it over here, 1.609, and we end up with
negative 1.
-1 there, and over here it's negative t over 2. Multiply, actually even better, we can multiply by
-2.
-2, clean that negative sign up, and we get t equals 2.
Why do you have to use the natural log?
You don't have to use natural log, you can use common log. However, I like natural log. Natural log appears in calc exclusively. Regular logs don't appear at all. So, we're getting you ready for calc, natural logs are better.
Okay, good reasoning.
All right, thank you.
Indeed.
All right, so 2 to the 3 minus x equals 565. Again, we have an opportunity here to simplify using natural log.
Ooh.
Make our bases the same. So we're natural logging both sides. We're going to get some bigger numbers this time.
Hope so.
Yeah. All right, so we got, bring this down in front again. Bring the exponent down in front, because that's using one of our laws of logarithms. Natural log of 2, someone already told me, but I can't remember what it is.
0693.
0.0.
No. 693. 693. Yeah, whatever.
Good, there we go. ln 565.
6.337.
6.337, very nice. Okay, so now we have two choices here. We could distribute, or we could divide. Which is more expedient?
Probably dividing.
Dividing is definitely more expedient. So we should do that. 0.693. 0.693.
You divide together.
So we get 3 minus x equals
1.
Is it really 1?
It's 1.
But it's not
It's
1.
0.999.
It isn't.
9.
Try it again.
It's like, it's gotta be like 6.
9.144.
9.144.
You probably did the 0.693 divided by.
I don't know.
Okay, and then we will
Subtract.
3 and divide by
Negative
Negative
1. So we get x equals negative 6.144.
Now it's time to check your solution.
No.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Is this good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Questions? Anyone? Corey, how you doing back there?
Good.
All right. Corey, you're now famous too.
Corey's been famous. I heard Corey once killed a bear with his bare hands.
All right.
Corey has bare hands? He does.
That's that Corey.
Yeah. That's gonna be inconvenient.
Yeah. Because all the bear's blood got over his hands.
Yeah. All right. So 8 times 10 to the 3x equals 12.
He killed the bear with his
Okay,
bare hands
so,
when he already had
What
bare
is it
hands.
you're observing here, and what does that mean to you?
Your first thought is to divide by 8. That's
Okay,
your
so we
first
certainly
thought.
will do that. But what do you see up here that leads you to think about something else?
They're all even.
I do see a 3 and a 12. They do match pretty well together.
Okay, so we got a 3, we got a 12, you talked about the 8. The only number you haven't talked about is
10.
10.
Which is
Oh, which is.
So we're just going to use the common log here, right? Because this is base 10, we'll use common log. Again, we could use natural log, that's fine too though.
But you're still going to divide by 8 first.
We are still going to isolate the exponential term. So we get 10 to the 3x equals 12 over 8 equals how much?
1.33, I think.
1.3 repeating?
I thought it was.
It's 4/3.
Yeah.
So 1.3 repeating?
Yeah.
We'll do 3 decimal places, we'll be fine.
12 divided by 8 is 1.5.
And then we're going to common log
Yeah,
both
it's 1.5.
sides. this
It's
time.
1.5.
We can't
Oh,
do
yeah.
that.
Well, that's kind of embarrassing.
Kind of.
1.5, I knew that all along.
Ha ha ha.
All right, so we are logging both sides now,
3x.
and we're going to do common log. Log of 10 to the 3x.
Will we get the same answer if you
Yes, you will. Check it out if you'd like. So what is log of 10 to the?
cancels out?
They cancel each other off, so we get 3x equals
0.176.
0.176.
176.
Great. And then divide by 3,
It's going to be a larger number.
and we get
0.058.
0,
Not even
5,
100.
8. Because we divided by 3. Dividing by 3 makes things smaller.
I want it to be bigger.
I'm sorry?
6 after 8, so it'll be 9.
Okay,
Who
yep,
cares?
059 is also good. Questions so far?
Nope.
All right. Zach, how you doing back there? Great. My goal is to mention everyone's name in class.
Except
I hope-
Justin.
Yeah, don't mention me.
Yeah, except for Justin. I won't mention Justin's name.
You just did.
I know. All right. So this one's going to be fun.
Looks good.
All right, your first thought. Take care of the -7. I mean plus.
Subtract 7 from both sides. All right, so the 7s are gone. We get -2e to the x.
I mean, you can divide by 2.
Yeah.
We will divide by -2. Still trying to isolate the exponential term. -2, so we get e to the x equals 1.
So then,
Of 1.
Okay, so why is it that I might be getting a little concerned
Because x is 0.
that x is 0? Good. Right. We don't need to natural log both sides, right? Because we know that anything to the
First power.
0 power is 1. So x equals 0 here. Everyone still feeling groovy?
Tricky.
I know. What haven't I mentioned yet? JP, how you feeling? Feeling so-so. All right, do you have questions on what we're doing?
Not really.
But you only feel so-so. Just because you're just feeling
I've
so-so.
learned not to be too confident.
Wow.
Sounds like my hopes and dreams.
Okay. Now, here's where things get a little bit tricky. And what I want to do is I want to preview this problem with a problem like we've done before. So, we are going to solve x to the 4th minus 3x squared minus 40 equals 0. How do we do problems like this?
First step. Graph.
This is the u thing. We do the u substitution. right? Because we recognize that this is a quadratic-like equation, right? We got 4 down to 2 down to none. The ratio is 2 to 1, so we make our substitution. We say that
And
u is x squared.
Sure.
And then we plug that into the equation up here, so we get u squared minus 3u minus 40 equals 0.
Is that factorable?
This is indeed factorable,
8 and 5.
and it is 8 and 5. Is that you, Taylor?
Mm-hmm.
u minus 8.
8.
u plus 5, bless you. We got 8, and we got negative 5. But these are what u equals.
So
So
square.
then you have to,
We want x squared. So we
Yeah.
should write x squared equals 8, and x squared equals negative 5.
so then it would be, yeah, x equals the square root of 8.
Good. So
Plus
x
or minus.
equals plus or minus the square
Oh,
root of 8.
yeah.
Yep.
And
So
then,
that's plus minus 2 root 2.
yep,
We've done a whole bunch of those.
and then,
The next one is going to be,
Square root of I plus or minus.
so x equals plus or minus root negative 5
Well,
plus
yeah,
or minus I root 5.
ooh,
There are our 4 solutions.
yay.
Ja gut?
Ooh,
Okay, so keep this in mind for our next problem.
my
So, of course, our next problem is still going to involve what we're doing today, which is solving exponentials. And we have e to the 2x minus 4e to the x minus 5 equals 0. So how is this like the problem that we just did?
Well,
Okay, the
There's
2x
a
is next, and
Okay, so we notice that the ratio over here is 2 to 1, right? 4 to 2 is the same as 2 to 1.
right.
That means it's quadratic-like. The ratio of 2x to 1x is also
Quadratic like.
2 to 1, which makes this quadratic-like. Olivia, I'm noticing that you're not actually looking at the board.
yeah, I am.
Now, so e to the 2x can be rewritten how to show that there's a squared?
E to the x. No.
Yeah, e to the x to the
2.
e to the x squared.
Isn't that the
Because when we have a power to a power, we will multiply the exponents and get 2x.
So
does that
basically,
transfer?
it's that's what's the calculus term? That's its integral? No, it's not its integral. It's
Neither integral nor derivative, which you might be thinking
no,
about.
it is a derivative because the derivative of 2x is x squared.
The derivative of, well, the derivative of x squared is 2x.
Right.
Yes. so-
Coincidence?
yes.
Oh,
Yes, it is a coincidence.
dang it.
Okay, so what sort of substitution will we use for this problem?
We can use u again.
Still going to be u, and u is going to equal what?
2.
E
Not
E to the x.
2. E to the x. Because that means that this term will become, and this term will become,
U squared.
There it is.
Oh.
so u equals e to the x, and we get u squared minus 4u minus 5 equals 0. Clever little substitution thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Simply so.
factor away, and we get
U
U
minus
minus
5.
u plus 1. Taylor, I think you actually pay more attention this way.
Can we do this every day?
Can we do this
every
every day?
class.
I'm going to video all my classes and not teach anything next year. All right, so u equals
Oh.
5, u equals negative 1.
Now it's a substitute.
So now we get
Log.
e to the x equals 5. E to the x equals negative 1.
So then,
you log this, or you
ln e.
So we're going to ln this one right here, right? So we get ln e to the x equals ln 5. There's that number again. Keeps
yeah.
coming up, 5. Eric, please stay with us.
So
What is
then-
ln e to the x?
But it's
It'd be
negative
x.
1.
Just x. Natural log of 5 is still
1.609.
609.
But you can't take a negative. You can't take a negative.
Okay.
Oh, that's with the
Yeah,
negative
we haven't
1.
gotten here yet. We're on the way.
We're doing the 5.
So we got this one first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we all good with that answer?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now let's take a look at e to the x equals negative 1. And already I hear what I'm very happy to hear, and that is that In order to solve this, we'd have to natural log both sides, but you can't take the natural log of a negative number.
Could you
No
find a
solution.
cheap way?
There is no solution.
No
Yeah.
way around
Is
it.
there imaginary?
No way. Nope. Because if you remember, the log function looks like this. There is nothing over here at -1. The graph and the function don't even exist over here.
But should they?
They should not. All right, questions on this problem? Nice job on the use
Only one
substitution.
solution?
All right, so that ends our exponential equations. We're now going to solve some logarithmic equations. We're going to solve fewer of them.
Is this gonna last an hour and a half?
No.
Will the battery last an hour and a half? Yes. Will this lesson last an hour and a half? No.
I hope not.
I figure another 15 minutes or so.
Is it getting heavy, Gil?
No.
Does anyone remember the show Fear Factor?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. One of the final challenges on the very first season was that the two finalists had to hold dog tags. They had to take their dog tags and hold them out like this
For as long as they
over a
could.
bucket of paint. And the first one whose dog tag got paint on him lost.
No.
They lasted about, the one who lost lasted about 45 minutes. It's crazy how hard it is just to hold out your arm just like this.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
can see that.
How does that have anything
They
to do
film
with all
it,
of
don't
it?
I don't know.
Are they
However,
next to
it
each
has a
other?
lot to do with how long she's going to hold that camera.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to
Like a
solve
jelly arms.
log equations.
You wanna not do?
Yeah. Feeling the
I'm
hardest
not gonna feel
rugs.
your arms.
Feel my biceps.
No.
Okay, so ln x equals 2. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to break the x out of the natural log. In other words, we want to get rid of the natural log.
So this is another rule.
How do we get rid of the natural log?
Times
E, right? Because we know that e and natural log cancel each other off, so we are going to e both sides.
Is that what you-
So basically multiply by 2.71.
We're not multiplying,
adding?
not even going to add.
Base.
E is going to become our base.
Oh.
So it's going to be e
to the X.
to the ln x equals e to the 2.
Not clicking.
Oh, wait,
Makes
what?
sense.
No, it does make sense, but it's
But I thought
very...
that E and the LN
So it's 7 point.
They do. So the e and the ln are canceling each other off, and we get
X
X
equals.
equals e squared.
7.389.
Okay, now e squared may be a perfectly fine number, or we could change that into a decimal, which is 7.389.
389.
Now do you
Very nice.
care if it's e, x
Um,
equals e squared, do you want decimal?
I'm sure that the decimals are going to be better. But in the AP Calc class, e squared is a perfectly nice answer. They like those answers.
But I don't think
You want to close that window? That would be awesome. Thank you.
They like those answers?
All right, yes, they're perfectly happy with
Do you
e
deal
squared.
with that every day?
6 hours later.
We hear that every day, yeah. In the winter, though, we keep the windows closed. All right. So let's do, here's another problem.
I'm not gonna feel your arms. Just
Log x
Sure.
equals 2.5. So what's different about this one?
It's not natural.
It's not natural log, it's regular log, common log. And therefore we need to
10
10
each side.
to the both sides. So we're going to 10 to the both sides. You do or do not? Can you tell me more about that?
This is
All
log
right.
cube.
Okay. All right, so we got 10 to the log x equals 10 to the 2.5.
Oh, it's log. I just said x.
So the 10 and the log
Cancel
cancel each other
out.
off. So we get x equals
316.
316 exactly.
316.23.
2, 3. Great. We did 10 to the 2.5 and we got that answer. That calculator is drifting down. I know, it's all right. Paul's trying to do Fear Factor by himself over there. All right, questions? Holding up the calculator as long as he can.
Starting to hurt, huh?
All right.
I'm surprised, it's pretty heavy.
Isn't it? So here it is. 3 ln x, ln 5x, I should say, equals 10.
First thought, divide by 3.
Divide by 3 because we want to
Simplify the term.
simplify and isolate the natural log.
Yeah, I like that isolate word.
Thanks. Me too. ln 5x
Think of an isolation.
equals 10/3, of course, is?
Commonly referred to as 3.333.
Uh-huh. And then we will
Raise both powers by e.
e both sides. Good.
So e to the 5x.
E to the ln 5x.
So the e and the ln cancel each other off, and we have 5x equals whatever e to the 3.3 repeating is. Anyone got that? E to the 3.333.
Here, I'll do it. Since I'll be up.
Why does 5 come up so much?
She's 28.0.
28.0.
I did. I'm sorry, what is it?
28.022.
So Paul's question. Oh, crap.
X
Divide
six.
by 5.
Yeah, didn't quite finish that problem, did I? Now we're going to divide by 5, and so we get x equals 5 point something. 604. Very nice.
You
So
shaking,
Paul's
Paul?
question is, why is
shaking,
5
Paul?
coming up all the time? Just because 5 got stuck in my head while I was writing these problems.
It's all about the 5s, baby.
Yep. Math by 5s.
This is going to be a lot of pages in my head.
That's all right. We're almost done.
Do I have to drop it?
What?
What class is your precalc class tomorrow?
You gonna drop it?
3A?
3A.
Ah.
How much did I make him for your fact?
You should just leave your notes
No, no.
up there.
I've been doing this forever. Are you kidding me? I was gonna make $1 million.
It's like
All right.
50,000.
15,000?
50.
7 plus 3 ln x equals 5.
There's a pattern you should be noticing, kids.
Yes.
Common.
See?
Minus the 7.
There's another 5. So subtract 7 again. So we get 3 ln x equals -2.
That -2 is making me nervous.
Divide by 3.
Divide by 3. So ln x equals -2/3.
I'm done.
And then we will
Natural log by e.
e both sides. E to the ln x equals e to the -0.333. Oh,
That's making me-
666, by the way.
So 2.71, that's going to be a tiny fraction.
Oh man.
So e and ln x, or e and ln,
What do you think
Cancel.
that word?
so we get x equals, what is e to the -0.6 repeating?
It's a smaller number than 2.71.
How much?
0.513.
0.514. Very nice.
Very nice, Borat.
Questions? Anyone? All right.
This seems
I'm looking forward to seeing the movie The Dictator.
I am
I
too.
can't wait.
That looks pretty funny.
Does.
If you're racist.
I believe in human justice.
All right, here it is.
Racist.
6
A little bit.
log base 3.
We all
Notice
are.
the log base 3 of 0.5x equals 11. Notice the log base 3.
So my first thought, divide by 6.
Divide by 6. We're still trying to isolate the special term there.
Why is there a little?
So log base 3 of 0.5x equals 11 divided by 6 is
Some fancy number.
1.56.
1.8333.
0.8333. Everyone's doing okay?
Yeah.
All right. Now, what do we do to get rid of the log base 3?
You
Raise it to the third.
2.
Divide by log base 3.
You
No.
could do that.
And that's actually a common mistake, and I want to talk about that right now. So if I said that we had, log of 100 equals 5, or x, I should say. Make it x.
Make the other side log base 3.
So, we're going to do that in a minute. I can't divide by log any more than I can divide by square root, or divide by squared, or divide by divided by, or divide by a plus sign. Log is an activity. It's a mathematical operator. It's an operation, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, square root. It's an operation.
So what's the opposite of log then?
Can't divide by log 100.
You can divide by log 100,
Yeah.
but you can't divide by log.
Question though, what's
Just
the
like
opposite
you
of
can't,
logging?
if you had like the square root of x equals 5, you can't divide by square root.
No, but you could
And
square
get
it.
rid of the square roots, right? It's because square rooting is an action.
I have a question.
Yes.
You could just square it though. But
Yes,
what
you
would
could.
What's the opposite of logging then?
E to the, or not e to the, but base to the.
So that's this evil twin brother.
Okay, so when we had log x equals 2, how did we solve that? We just did a whole bunch of them. 10 to the. Why did we choose 10?
Because it's logarithmic.
So when we look at this log right here,
Base 10.
because it's base 10. When we do ln x equals 2,
You do
e to the. Why is that?
it's base E.
Because it's base e.
You do 3.
So with that reasoning, we're going to do 3 to the.
1.8.
So it'd be log.
3 to the 0.5 x.
So 3 to the and log base 3. What happens to them?
They cancel out.
Cancel out, just like,
0.5.
good. So 0.5x equals
The alpha 3.
3 to the 1.83333. Should be something close to 8-ish.
I'm thinking 7.8.
Could be.
7.857.
Good. He's making that up, by the way. He's just
7.493.
7.493.
494.
What do you
around.
divide?
Say again?
You're not dividing anything.
Not divided by anything. We're doing 3 to the
Yeah.
1.83 repeat. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
And now we divide by
Half.
0.5.
Divide by 0.5
That is
equals
14.8.
Wait, what's 3 to the 1?
14 points.
9, 8,
9, 8,
6.
7.
We round
6,
out.
7, either way. It's good. Everyone's feeling okay? Taylor, how are things going over there on the camera?
Good.
Nice. Couple more problems to go.
He hasn't mentioned my name yet.
1, 2, 3 more problems to do.
Yeah, I'm not famous.
That's it. Just 3. I'm sorry, Colin, did I forget to mention your name?
You did.
All right, Colin.
That's
Colin's
okay.
name has now officially been mentioned.
One day you'll be loved, Colin.
So will
By your
you,
parents.
Justin.
I know. I like my parents love little.
Anybody notice the radio subject? Has anyone noticed there's a man?
I have noticed that actually.
Did she eat steak at prom like a caveman?
Okay. Ladies,
Only
thank you.
steak.
So here we have log base 4 of x minus log base 4 of x minus 1 equals 1/2.
Megan and I are happily in love in your cave together.
Alright, so the first thing I noticed, similar terms.
Good.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
So my thought is raise them all to the 10th power and see what happens.
Not
How
No.
about to the 4th? How about
Uh,
4 base?
4
Whatever.
to the
to the 4. We're not going to
Log base.
quite do that yet.
Or like
You gotta take
4
care of
to the log.
You gotta
4x,
put-
something like
oh
that. Do that.
I know this. Wait.
Sir, we've
That's
already
divided
discovered.
by.
Good. From a couple of weeks ago, we remembered that when we have 2 logs being subtracted, that really means that this is a
Divided.
division problem.
Good job.
So we rewrite this as 1 log. So I'm going to remind you, write as 1 log.
So log base 4
Log base 4 of,
x over x minus 1.
very nice, equals 1/2. Okay, now we've got this equation down to 1 log, just like all the other equations we've had today.
So it's 4
4 to the.
to the log base 4 of x. Oh,
4 to the log base 4 of x over x plus 1 minus 1 equals 4 to the 1/2.
Alright.
So what happens over here?
Cancel.
Good. So now we have
X over X minus
x over x minus 1 equals
1/2.
8. No.
Wait.
Equals 4. 2.
2.
2.
Yeah.
4 to the 1/2 power is also known as
The square root.
square root of 4, which is 2. And that's 2 over 1, by the way.
So I mean you have to
So then we have to.
multiply by x minus 1.
We could multiply both sides by x minus 1, or, Taylor, we could
Chris multiply.
cross multiply.
Yeah.
Commonly referred to as cross.
Okay. So we're cross multiplying and we get x equals 2x minus 2, making sure to distribute.
Mm.
And then we subtract the 2x. Negative x equals negative 2, or positive x equals positive 2.
Boom goes the dynamite.
I know. Boom.
Plug it in and check.
That's easy.
Questions so far? All right, we'll have a similar log equation to this one. Are we all done writing this down? Eric, you got this? Good man.
Eric's so big.
You know Justin Bieber's Canadian?
I did.
Did you know
I
Selena
did.
Gomez is not Canadian?
All right, so I'm gonna mention Eric. David Savage, have I mentioned your name yet today?
she has
No.
some Canadian
All right.
in her name.
David, how you doing?
Ew, that's gross.
That's disgusting. Why would you say that?
Wait, what?
You should mention Amber's name, and then for her homework, make it so she has to find at the exact time of the video that her name is mentioned.
That's pretty funny.
And
All right.
Or you can just
So,
watch the
Logan,
video.
yeah, I've mentioned everyone
You
now.
mentioned it.
I have.
No, you haven't.
You just said your name.
Doesn't count.
Log base 2 of x
Oh, you
plus
Can I say that?
log base 2 of x minus 2 equals 3.
Did you say your name?
Hey, that's good. So they're being added.
I
to
know
the
what we
logs.
have to do,
What if
so.
the bases are different on the logs?
Then we won't be able to do much of anything with them.
You won't be able to do anything?
Correct.
You could somehow find a way to get around it.
Okay,
Correct.
so when we have these two things added together, we must
Smush 'em.
put them together as a multiplication. So log base 2 of
X squared.
times x minus 2 equals, oh, hold on, I haven't done anything with that side yet, equals 3. And now we will,
Distribute.
no, oh, okay, yeah,
X squared minus 2x.
Log or 2 log 2. Like
yeah,
And you could-
I would 2 to the both sides.
Yeah.
We could distribute right now too, it's either way is good. So let's do 2 to the log base 2 of x squared minus 2x. In fact, we'll distribute right now. Equals 2 to the third.
So it's x.
X squared minus 2x equals 8.
These are out. So let's put that up here.
Subtract 8.
X squared minus 2x equals 8. Subtract 8 from both sides.
And praying God's factorable.
We will pray that it is factorable, and it is.
That is good.
I think.
Negative
Yes, it
4
is.
and 2.
Good. So x minus 4, x plus 2. Our answers are 4 and negative 2. Okay.
Negative 2 doesn't check though,
Nice. How did you know that?
because I'm not stupid.
No, really. How did you know that?
That's the negative
Because
number.
negative logs never check.
Okay, good. So if we take a look at this negative 2 here,
It's just 4.
if we plug it right into here, can we take the log of a negative number?
No.
No, we can't.
Depends on the day.
So this one is out. This is an extraneous root.
4.
Extraneous root.
Does it work on Thursday?
4 is good.
Probably.
Everyone's feeling okay?
Sounds like it's extraneously a root.
It is extraneous. All right, questions?
Eric hit me.
Good. Last problem.
That was a statement, not a question.
Last problem.
Like ever?
No, not ever.
So today?
Last problem for today.
Do we have any homework?
There will be.
No.
How much?
I haven't counted the number of problems, but fewer than 20 probably.
Okay. Are we gonna do them in class today?
That's my plan.
Woo!
What are we doing?
If it's fewer than
All
1,
right,
I'll do it.
so here is an example problem that involves Eric and Logan
Oh, wait, you made all
and
the things.
solving our exponential equations like we've done already today.
False.
So here it is. If $5,000 is invested at 5%, there's 5 again, I don't know, I was really stuck on 5 when I wrote this. 5% APR.
Uh-oh, APR is not a good term to use.
Um,
Appreciation, huh?
If $5,000 is invested at 5% APR continuously compounded,
Hurt.
thank you, I was just going to ask, does that ring a bell to anyone? That means PERT for us, right? A equals P to the RT.
Physical education
Or
raised to the
champion.
random teams.
So $5,000 invested at 5% APR continuously compounded. How long to double?
A equals physical
No money.
education teams.
We want to know how long it's going to take to double the $5,000 to become $10,000.
We have to T-chart it.
I know the answer.
So we could make a T-chart. That's one way, but there's an easier way.
Log of 2 then?
There it is.
Yes, Logan.
So, you just use hurt, don't you?
Okay, we need to use perts. We should write down the formula. A equals P to the RT.
Woo.
Now
Great.
think about logarithmic.
5,000 goes where?
Or P is.
Where P is, because that's the initial value, the principal.
Yep.
5 G's. E to the
0.05.
0.05 T. And we want this money to do what?
Double.
Double. Therefore,
10,000.
10,000 over here. And then we solve. So we've solved a whole bunch of these today. What's the first thing we do?
5,000.
Divide by 5 G's, and we get
2.
2 equals E to the 0.05 T.
So
And then we will
Natural
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 log
log.
of both sides. So we get ln 2 equals 0.05 T. Natural log of 2 is still 669? Oh, 693? Something like that. 0.693 equals 0.05 T.
Then you divide it by 0.05.
Divide by 0.05. And we get T equals. Anyone? 13.86 what? Years. Right? This is invested, and it's annually, so this is years, right? So 13.86 years
That's a long time.
to double your money. Yeah, I agree.
That investment's
But-
not worth it.
Well,
Find a CD with 9% and you'll be golden.
good luck.
Telling you, man.
CD rates right about now are.
2.2%.
Yeah, good luck finding one at 9.
I'll find it.
4 or
Okay.
5.
You won't find it. You won't find it this decade.
From a chipmunk.
Give it another 10 years.
We'll see.
And I'll have one at 40%.
All right, questions on this? So if I asked you to triple your money, what would you do differently?
Between 15,000 for 500.
15,000 here instead, which would end up with a
3.
3 over here. So really the
You can just do a short.
$5,000 really isn't even essential information, right?
Yeah.
Because we could use a PERT like this, only instead of having $5,000 and $10,000, we could invest $1.
That's
Right?
worth it, right?
We could invest
13.86
$1
years to make
and
a
get
dollar.
2. Yeah?
It'll be the same amount of years though, right?
It would exactly the same amount of years. The amount of time to triple doesn't depend on how much money you start with. Or
Let's
don't.
talk about real
You
finance.
just do a short.
Are we good? All right, let me write the assignment up on the board so everyone can see that. And then our video lesson is done. We're going to be doing page 254, 26 to 56, the even ones, 76 to 88, the even ones, 98 to 100, all 3 of them, and then
Those word problems.
107 and 108. That is your mission, Jim.
I thought you said less than 20.
Thank you, Taylor, for videoing the lesson.
You're welcome.
That lesson,
For shizzle.
did you have